So, this is going to be a story of my sixth day in North Carolina. So, I had made a post and reached out to my community and asked for help up here on the mountain. And Daniel Bierman was coming out here anyway, and he decided to actually head to the town. We just were friends on Facebook, and I just threw it out there, and he just happened to be coming to this area and hit me up and said, "Hey, we'll be in the area if you want some help." And he brought an amazing tree crew with him. There were five of them total. It was Kurt Label, and he is just the absolute wood guru. I mean, he is a tree genius when it comes to cutting trees. Kurt is just the absolute man. I've known Kurt for a long time, and he's got a heart of gold, and he's an extremely hard worker and gets stuff done like no other. And him and his crew came out here and just absolutely did amazing things. But this was before they got out here. I'm making this video a little later. I'm going back in time, if you will. But this was before they got here. But Kurt brought two guys and a truck that's specially made and has a boom out on the back where he could do just amazing things with it and pull trees and winch off of it and stuff. And then Daniel brought him and a helper with him, and it was them two. And he's a carpenter by trade, but he came out and brought chainsaws and just came out to do tree work and help Kurt. So like I said, there were five of them total, and Daniel was just absolutely awesome. That kid works so freaking hard and tries, I mean, he just puts his heart into everything, and he's really intelligent. And he just, it was the first time I got to meet him, and I can't appreciate all these guys enough for everything they did and all the heart and effort into coming out here, and the gas and the time away from home when they needed time home, and just the compassion. They're just great people, and I can't thank them enough. And they don't like getting recognition, and they don't like this stuff, but I'm going to give them props anyway, and they're going to have to freaking deal with it. But I wanted to make the most useful amount of their time while they were here. So I was really stressing hard about making sure they were super efficient. And I'd been so busy doing my own thing and in my own world, just putting hands on before. I'd only seen tunnel vision and only seen a little bit of everything. And so at this point, I knew they were coming. So I reached out to the camp. I know they have a system here in place, and they have everything jotted down and a way to kind of communicate with everything. And it's just all volunteers doing everything they can. And I reached out to them and said, "Hey, I would like to try and hook my tree guys up with the most essential tree work. What can we do?" And it just kind of, man, these guys are so busy and they have so much on their plates. They're distributing goods to the community. They are organizing jobs with volunteers. They are just doing everything that they can. And it's controlled, but it's also chaotic. And there's just so many elements to everything with volunteers and just with people doing stuff on their own. And while they have a computer with a bunch of jobs listed and stuff, anybody could come in and do it at any time. And it's a hard way to communicate with everything, because you don't know for sure if jobs have been done. You don't know for sure all the elements and details of it. I mean, they try to be as detailed as they can, but there's just a lot of unknowns. And I've created a website, or had an idea for a website in previous videos, for a way to connect people to people, like people who want to volunteer time and donations directly to those needing it, and to where we can kind of try and eliminate the middleman and streamline this process, which would help these guys immensely if they could just be there and help assist people and not have to be like absolutely running it. If the contractors coming out could already know what jobs they were heading for and doing, and directly helping people, it would just streamline everything so efficiently. But back to full circle. These guys, they just had a lot going on, and it was hard to find them a minute to break away to show me the jobs. And then when we went up there, they were just so much things they were trying to take care of to show me the jobs. I went to a valley, and they just kind of showed me, and I wasn't sure if it would be what Kurt was wanting to do. I'm not a tree guy, and I've never done trees. I purposely stayed away from trees. Just because I know how dangerous they are, and I've seen just people get hurt bad with them, and I've just it's one of those things I've just stayed away from in my life and done other things. And so I don't have the first clue, and it made me real nervous because I didn't want him to come up here and all these 5 guys come up here and waste their time and effort. So I was really just stressing hard on it, and I wasn't sure if what they were requesting that they wanted done was going to be the most efficient use of his time. And so I started looking more, and we went way up on the mountain to another place where there was a bridge that they said they might need some tree work, but it didn't really need tree work up there. And at the end of the day, it's come and go. I was able to put my hands on stuff here and there and help with little stuff here and there, but I feel that I wasn't able to get the most beneficial use of my time. And I kind of, spent most of the day just trying to source tree work, and I don't even know if it was really the beneficial tree work that they needed. And so I feel a little bit bad. I felt bad on all ends, like I didn't accomplish the scouting I needed for the guys and have them adequate work, and I didn't feel like I accomplished enough with my hands, and I was just stressing hard on it, and I was hard on myself, and it probably reflected in my attitude. And I don't know. It was a hard day, and I just did what I can to prepare, and I'm just trying to do what I can every day to plug away and make the most of my time. But sometimes you just got to be patient and deal with the fact that it's a controlled chaos, and just do all that we can. And sometimes we can't be as productive as we want to be. And there's days where we'll spend a lot of hours just waiting in traffic and waiting for bridges and stuff like that. And it's just, or trying to get through creeks and roads. The roads are always a big thing around here, and you just spend a lot of time waiting and trying to get through, and just trying to, at any point you could just have to help somebody, move limbs or do anything. And it's just a lot, but it teaches you patience as well. And so that was basically that day. I just tried to scope out for the tree trimmers who were coming the next day. And that was basically what I did.